Hey you, come here. I have Builder Base 2.0 beta footage for you guys. So let's go ahead and check it out. That's right guys, we have gameplay to show you guys of Builder Base 2.0. Keep in mind that everything is in the beta stage and is being shown via the dev build, so we can actually bring some information to you guys about the update, specifically about the attacking and how it might look like. So, what we're going to be doing here is some Night Witch spam. So, this base design has no roaster on the first half. You might notice this. So, we have the giant with his ability, but we're going to use the battle machine on one side, and then drop in our Night Witches, and over here, I'm going to deploy the giant. So now what's really cool here is you can notice that they all have a green bar. This means that they have a ability. So I'm going to use my giant ability. This is going to tank, and let's use a couple of our Night Witches. This is just going to let them speed through. Let's go ahead and use a couple more Night Witch abilities, which will be able to remove the giant cannon. Let's go and use our battle machine, who can hit 3 or multiple targets, which is really interesting. He also gets a little bit stronger here in this case. Let's use our last Night Witch's ability here, and we still have so many troops. We still have all of our troops except for one of our Night Witches. We might lose another one. Let's use our battle machine ability. We're gonna only have 2 of them left over, but that should be enough to get through the back end here, where we still have a giant, we still have the battle machine, and now we're on the second phase of our attack. So, what I usually like to do is take a look and see what other remaining key buildings are left. So, I can tell that we have a roaster right here. So, we're going to have to snipe that off. Let's go ahead and use our... Right there might be a Tesla. Okay, that's fine. That'll be completely fine. We can one-shot, or we can 1v1 that, and then let's go ahead and use his ability. So, you can see how the cannon cart can be used. It has a pretty long range in the mortar mode. Just keep in mind that it's not going to be as strong. Alongside this, you may have noticed that all the troops that we use the abilities on have already been activated, and when we place them down, those abilities won't go off anymore. So we're going to use the battle machine up at the top again, and just so he can build up his ability, let's go and drop in the giant as well, and the 2 Night Witches. Once that roaster goes down, we pretty much have free reign. So let's go ahead and do this. We can have the cannon cart kind of move in with everything, kind of act as a bit of a support. And let's go ahead and use the mortar version and use our battle machine ability, which should get some really nice damage off. This is looking really nice. And let's go ahead and just use the cannon cart normally, and this should be a very easy 3-star. Look at how creative you can be with these attacks. They don't just always have to be the same troops, because more than likely you won't be able to do that. So you have to look at how the base is designed and how you can easily take advantage of the base. And this honestly really just goes to show that you can have a lot more creativity and flexibility and use different troops for that 200%. Now, for this attack, I just want to show you how creative you can be to where you don't always have to use spam. Notice here, we have all 4 of our key defenses all in one base. This can either be a good thing or a terrible thing. So, we're going to go ahead and use a boxer giant with some rage barbarians. We're going to bring a cannon cart in, and then we're also going to take a bomber and Night Witches. Now, for me, I'm going to just organize this so that way I can more than easily get through this without having to worry. You might have also noticed that there is only 2 minutes to an attack rather than the usual 3 minutes. So that is just something to keep in mind. So we're going to go ahead and use 2 barbarians here. And once that goes down, we're going to use 2 barbarians here alongside a giant and bomber alongside using his ability, then using the cannon cart. The idea here is that we want to use the giant and his ability to protect all the troops, and then once that goes down, use the mortar mode right out of range of the multi-mortar. This is insane, because guess what? This pretty much removes the worry so much about kind of the roaster. So we can lose a bomber, that's completely fine, and just take a look. Look at all of that we got from 3 troops, and 1 troop is still up and is able to snipe down one of the biggest counters to the Night Witches. And then we can just use the Night Witches as is, and we still have a full health battle machine. So we're going to go ahead and use the battle machine here alongside 2 Night Witches. The roaster will go down, and that means that now we pretty much have free reign to the rest of the base here. We're going to use we're going to use the mortar mode here again. And let's go ahead. We're going to wait for his 3rd tier ability, seeing that we have it here. Let's see. Let's go ahead and do that. Let's use our raged up bats. Hopefully the witches don't go down. Okay, they don't. Good. We are kind of missing out on time here. But I think with that being said, I think we're still going to get it. And that just goes to show how flexible you can be and creative you can be. It really all depends on the base, and it allows you to kind of create something unique. So now here, we get a minute to kind of wind down, rest, and see what we're looking for. In this case, I really don't need the use of another cannon cart. I think instead, using a boxer giant will allow me to kind of get through the rest of those buildings without having to worry too much. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to use the cannon cart here to snipe off the Otto's outpost. We already learned about this in a previous dev blog, so that is something that is incredibly important. Otherwise, you may notice some of these other buildings are different, which we will be talking about in future sneak peeks. So make sure you guys subscribe and ring the bell so you don't forget about those. So we're going to go ahead and use the battle machine here to help alongside 2 Night Witches, and let's see, let's go ahead and do this, and that's completely fine. We'll lose them. Let's go ahead and use the boxer giant, which is going to be really good here because it will allow us to tank for some damage, and hopefully we can get through. We might unfortunately lose our we're going to lose our battle machine, but that's completely fine. We still have the giant, and as long as we can kind of get through some of these ground-based defenses and have that giant stay alive, come on. Oh, I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think this is going to 3-star unless we have enough bats to get through. Oh man, come on. Come on, Night Witches, get through. Oh, we got it. Whoo, that was really close. That was really close. That almost cost us to fail there, and I think it might have been because we took a little too much damage, or we used the ability on the battle machine a little too early, because we really wanted the higher tiers, I think, of that. So all in all, there's a lot of really cool things to speculate on, especially the battle machine abilities, like how strong could they actually be. But it's really cool, and we were still able to get the 200% just seeing how creative you can be here in Builder Base 2.0. So with this gameplay of Builder Base 2.0, are you excited to see everything else coming in this update? Make sure that you guys subscribe and ring the bell so you don't miss out on any of the sneak peeks where I go in depth on them here, alongside making sure that you use my creator code CORRUPT to purchase any special offers that go on during the Builder Base Bonanza event.